Celtics Talk podcast is presented by 24autogroup.com. New England gets more at 24.
What's up, everybody? Big old break in the Celtics schedule right now, but not a big old break in the Celtics Talk schedule. A very special episode today. All right, I'm gonna be honest. Sam Cassell was nice enough to come over to our wonderful studio here in Needham, and we had to film some stuff for Zenny, but I said, hey, Sam, I need you in the podcast room for a few minutes. We need to break down this incredible run the Boston Celtics are on. Winners of 5 straight, 10 of their last 12, surging to third in the East. I just wanted to kind of tell him how much fun it is from the outside and to see if he's feeling that on the inside, right? Like, this has been pretty special, the way the Celtics have overcome the early bumps in the road and turned things around. So just trying to figure out, what is it like over there inside the Auerbach Center? How did they get this thing on track so quickly? What's it like to see Jaylen Brown in the MVP conversation and Jordan Walsh emerge? And Sam's been around with a lot of these younger guys that are starting to make their way, and gave us some great insight into how it's all gone down. So let's get right into it. Here's my chat with Sam Cassell. All right, here with Sam Cassell. Sam, we were just talking before we dove in. Mm-hmm. I mean, I know expectations came down a little bit this season, but maybe not even so much from people that knew, like, inside of Boston, inside the organization, surely, but it's been such a refreshing to watch you guys just sort of launch this 5-game winning streak, the 10 of the last 12. What has been the key?
Before the season, me and Joe was texting and calling each other, and we both were saying to each other we was excited for the season to start, because we lost a lot, losing Porzingis and Tatum being hurt this year, losing Al Horford, one of our verbal leaders, and Drew Holiday, Luke Cornett, them 5 good basketball players that we lost. But I was excited for this team because it gave us a chance to see our young guys develop. Our young guys have been developing for 2 years. Jordan Walsh. We got Hugo Gonzalez. He's our rookie. Josh Mine, a guy we just brought in as a free agent. So it's an opportunity to give them guys an opportunity to play. And sometimes guys need an opportunity to play. And our guys are just taking advantage of the opportunity they get to play. But we hold these guys so highly. We had these guys so highly on our list that, hey, we ain't going to, take it easy on them. We expect them to play hard every night. And that's the one thing that Joe Mazzulla strives in, and he's going to force. You're going to play hard every night. If you're not playing hard, he ain't going to throw you away to the wolves. He's just going to get the next guy the opportunity to play hard. And the next time you get the opportunity, trust me, you will play harder.
It's so true. Tell me about watching Jordan develop, because, again, I think we forget he's coming into the league, 19 years old. Even this year, third year, everyone's sort of saying make or break, but he's still 21. Did you know that he had this level and that this opportunity could just drive him to another level?
Yes, he's needed opportunity. Yeah. He's been in our system for 3 years now, and it hasn't been easy for him at all. We coach him hard, and the thing that I like about our team this year, that they allow us to coach them hard. They allow us to get in their face and, tell them they ain't doing A, B, and C right. But when they do things right, we always congratulate them, and, we praise them. We praise them, but, the praise is not a lot now. The praise is like a second or two, and we got to get back to work.
We laugh because whenever we see Josh coming out of a game, especially, it feels like Joe's really giving it to him. Like, do you just know, like, how much you can push a guy? I know everyone's receptive to it in their own way, but it seems like Josh, I think, told the media the other night, he's like, I want to be yelled at. I want to be told when I need to do more. You're like, okay, do you take that as little information and say, we're going to push this guy?
Well, you better, because it's my 33rd year in this profession. Now, I learned this a long time ago. When the coach stopped talking to you, that's a problem. If Joe Mazzulla just yelling at you, and that means he really care about you. He wants you to be better, because he's taking this time out to give you the instructions, directions. So if he stopped doing that, that's when the problem comes. I always taught that a long, long time ago. When the coach stopped yelling at you, and stop, give you ideas of how you can be better for the team, that's when it becomes a problem, when you stop doing all that.
Tell me about Jaylen Brown. Everyone knows the situation. No Jayson Tatum to start the year. How do you think he's responded as a leader, as sort of the focal point of this team?
He's been doing great things for us, and he still has a way to go, and he understands that. So every game for him is a special game for him to show how good of a leader he can be, and he is right now. He's doing everything we ask him. He's scoring the ball at a high clip. He's rebounding the ball at a high clip. He's getting guys involved. He's making some great passes at critical parts of the game that people are not actually paying attention to. But Jaylen has been a great player for us. His defense is improving. We just need him to be in the right position. And when you're scoring the ball as much as he's scoring the ball, it's hard to do both. But we expect him to do both for this team to be successful. One
of the things we noticed was, especially early in the year, he was putting up all those 30-point games, and the result were what they were, right? But he never went into the media afterward and was like, I need more from my teammates. He was constructive with it at times, saying like, hey, if you're not going to bring it, don't come, right? But how important is that the leader nurtures everyone around him? He never put it on them like, hey, I'm doing my thing, they got to do theirs. Instead, he sort of celebrated when they were good and nurtured those younger guys.
This is a team sport. So if Jaylen can score 40 points, he still needs his teammates to come along and help him. Because he can't guard everybody on the basketball court. He can guard his man and can be in help position to help someone else out, but he needs his teammates to come along. And them guys been supporting him, and he's been supporting them guys. He's cheering when he's sitting on the bench, and we take him out the game at critical parts of the game, and he's on the bench actually cheering for the guys that's out there. And that's what good teammates does. You're supposed to cheer for your teammates if you're not in the game.
I don't know if you saw it. So it was a game against the Knicks. They were doing a sideline report at one point, and you guys had just come out of a very spirited huddle, and you were demonstrative to the guys there. When in those moments, and I don't know if you remember specifically why you were fired up in that moment, but what are you trying to impart to the guys, especially in those instances where there is some slippage, where you guys do take your foot off the accelerator a little bit?
It happens. The game of basketball is a game of runs. Sometimes you have good runs, sometimes you have bad runs, and all I was trying to tell the guys, okay, they had an 8-0, 9-0 run, whatever they had, and they got us a lot of basketball left. Now let's get back to the things that we know how to do, that we can control. And the things we know we can control is how hard we play. At that particular time, I think the Knicks got a couple of 50-50 balls that we usually get and we didn't get. And that's all. I reinforced that message to the guys. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the guy who just yell at guys just to yell at them. When I yell at a guy, it's about bringing the best of them. So I've been every player on that court. I've been a star player all the way down to the guy who wasn't getting in the game. I've been every player on that bench. So I understand how their emotions are and how they feel. I've been Xavier Tillman. I've been Jaylen Brown. I've been Derek White. I've been Peyton Pritchard. I've been everybody on that team before, in my long career. So I understand the emotions go through that aspect of it. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to get them guys that, hey, guys, we here. We here. They made a 12-0 run, whatever. All right, let's get back doing the things that we do. That's when Joe comes in the huddle and get the team the direction that we need to go.
So to give you guys a peek behind the curtain, we were filming something for Zenny today. Shout out to our friends at Zenny. And then I inadvertently was doing our intro, and I said Boston Celtics assistant coach Sam Cassell, a 3-time NBA champion, and Sam stops us down and goes, no, time out on the court. 4 times. 3 as a player, 1 as a coach. Yep. But you got to throw it in there, 4-time NBA champion. But you've been to, as you were saying, you've been everybody on that bench. My mind goes, you've been to the mountaintop. I'm sure you've had tough seasons.
Oh, yes.
But, where does this one rank? And I know there's a long way to go to this story being written. But, do you get a chance to step back at all and say, man, this is fun? 'Cause from the outside, this team is fun to watch. You play hard, and now you guys are being rewarded maybe, more so than we saw at the start of the year.
Well, that's the whole thing. That's Joe's message. He just wants our guys to be the hardest playing team every night. And sometimes it may not happen, but we have enough depth on our team that we got, and he's going to find the pieces to play hard. Maybe they don't play hard for 48 straight minutes, and no team plays extremely hard.
Right.
But we want to get 40 minutes or 42 minutes of hard playing basketball. We feel like we could do that. We don't worry about guys making shots or missing shots. We worry about how hard and if we competing. Joe just want guys to compete to a high level and bring some force. If you out there, make an impact doing something.
He's got them ready for more. More selection, more savings, more ways to win.
During the Try for More savings event at Chrysler Jeep 24, shoot to save more, up to $1,500 more. Plus, during the Drive Into Fall event, lease a new Jeep Grand Cherokee for just $285 a month and get more for your trade with up to $2,400 over book value.
Family owned and operated. You'll save more at Chrysler Jeep 24.
New England gets more at Chrysler Jeep 24.
I'm not going to put you in a tough spot, but when you look down the other end of the court, and now Jayson Tatum's out there taking jumpers, getting ramped back up a little bit. What goes through your mind?
It feels good for him mentally, for me to see him that he's feeling good about himself. Because, when he towards the Achilles, he was down.
Yeah.
He was very down because he felt like he let us down. You don't get opportunity to repeat as NBA champions. I did it my first 2 years in the NBA, and it's something hard. It's very, very hard, but he felt that he let us down. But I was like, JT, listen, man, like, injuries is a part of professional sports. It sucked that it happened to you, but he's such a good dude, man, a good person, man, that his work ethic will get him back on the court as soon as possible.
It blows my mind. You talk about being the hardest working team. Every time I look over there, I'm blown away by the progress he's made. Just how hard he's working with no expectation of where seemingly where it might lead.
No, people ask me, is he coming back this year? I was like, I have no idea. Yeah. But when we get him back, I know one thing. We'll be a better team with him.
Tell me about Joe. You've had a front row seat for 2+ seasons now. In what ways has he grown, and how has he embraced this year's challenge?
He loves. He loves this team.
Yeah,
he loves this team because this team is the underdog. No one expects us to do anything, and it's still early in the year. You know what I'm saying? We had a great start right now, but there's so much more that we're trying to get out of our ball club. We're gonna keep, pushing them. We've been having some hard practices, but that's what it's going to take for us to be successful.
You did say you've been around 33 years now. Did you? We heard you guys pushed them pretty hard in the preseason. Did you ever sit there and go, man? Because players always respond differently to how they're pushed, right? Did your guys just yes, let's run more?
They accepted it.
Really?
They accepted this. That's why I say this is a new team. It's fun to coach this team because we have a bowl full of guys who basically talent level is in the same area. We have some guys like Peyton and D. White. They stand out with JB, but the bowl is filled with the rest of the guys, and the guys who stand out, they always gravitate to grab the guys out the bowl and say, "Come on, y'all come up here now." To raise their level of play. That's what I'm trying to say. They just raised the level of play for all the guys. Like D. White had a hard part of the season, shoot the ball now. But he shoots the ball too well to be struggling all year. So I just knew that was going to come around. Him and Peyton, them guys going to make shots. They just need the opportunity to make them. And but that don't stop the fact that if they're not making shots, you shouldn't play hard now. And them guys been playing hard. So that's all Joe wanted out of these guys to play extremely hard and play for each other.
Tell me about Ugo. We only see it in small glimpses, and I get it. Joe seems to want those rookies to earn it and understand. Like you said, you got a bunch of guys that are all competing for that same bowl of minutes. But are you surprised that a 19-year-old guy has come in and you guys have put him on some tough defensive assignments from Cade and all these all-stars early in the season. How's he handled it?
He just accepted the challenge. Man. He really don't know. You just don't know who he's guarding, who he's playing against. But that's good for us, That's good for us. Like I always tell him, if you can guard Jaylen Brown in practice the way you guard him in practice, you should be able to guard anybody in the league. Because Jaylen is a handful, and he's a great player, averaging, I don't know what he's averaging, 30.
Almost 30 right now,
yeah. If you can handle that, take that pounding, and you'll be fine.
Do you get this is a weird stretch, only 2 games in 11 days. Is that as a player, as someone who went through the grind, as you guys just had a 6-9 night, 2 5s and 7s. How do you balance it? Is it tough to downshift? You almost want to keep going because you guys have been so good lately?
Well, we don't get too many days off.
Yeah.
Practice. We just want our guys to come in and enjoy the process. We got this gorgeous practice facility, the Artback Center, and we just want our guys to come there and get better every time he touches that court and come in that building. You know what I'm saying? So when they come to work, it's time to come to work and get better. So when they come to practice, it's about getting better mentally and physically.
Yeah. What about you? This has been a long coaching journey for you. Like, how much do you enjoy? I mean, it's a grind. I tell people all the time, people don't understand how much of a grind assistant coaching is. You are there at that facility what seems like forever.
Yeah,
I almost feel like even when you come over here, I'm like, I feel bad. I'm monopolizing his like free time. But
it's cool, man. It's cool for me. Like it's my 33rd year in professional basketball. I still love it, man. I smile a lot because I love seeing guys get better. You know. Makes me feel good, you know what I'm saying? Like, and we got guys on our team getting better. Seeing Jordan Walsh and Josh and Hugo, and seeing Peyton Pritchard becoming the starter this year, Dirk White, you know, having more of a scoring load this year, you know, shooting bigger shots than he shot in his whole career. It's good to see that. It's good to see the guys performing, and this team, man, this team is unique because they actually like each other. They actually enjoy each other. They can get on each other, and once they have a small argument, it's over. They go play basketball. That's the thing I enjoy about this team.
That's interesting. I don't suspect there's a lot. Is there a lot of argument?
It's just you know.
It's like a family, right? It's always.
Happens. They just, you know, it's big brothers and little brothers. You know how that is.
Well, I like I said, I appreciate you coming over. How many pairs of Zennies do you have at your house?
Ooh. Zenny takes care of me real good. You know what I'm saying? I got these new frames on.
You should see me when these people come in. I shake everyone's hand. I appreciate their efforts. There's not many things that I can try to steal. Like Scout and Drew take all the swag when they're over at the Garden. So I got to get my Zennies when I can. So
I look out for the whole building. With Zenny send me glasses, not just for me, it's for everyone. Everyone in our building have at least 3 or 4 pairs of Zennies. I give the chefs. You know, I get everybody glasses because I think, you know, you should give, you know, Zenny reward me with frames, and I try to reward everyone. We go to Miami, and I expect everyone to have Zennies on when they get off that plane.
Yeah, I love it. You know, like, hey, when one person eats, everybody eats, right?
Everybody
like,
eats. Everybody. So the good company treats me real good.
We were joking. I said, you know, could you ever have imagined as a player that, you know, in your post-playing day careers, you'd be pushing glasses. And we both said at one point we realized we were both blind, and it was time to navigate that bridge.
Right, I found my blindness out long time. I couldn't read the scoreboard in Denver, and Dante Jones, he's assistant coach with the Clippers, and he was a player at that time. And I asked him, I said, man, how many team fouls we had? And he looked up and said, man, you gotta get some glasses. And I went to the doctor the next day. I got back to LA. I went to the doctor and got my eyes checked. And he said, "This is what you see now." Then he put the
flip the screen
on and say, "This is what you see if you had these glasses on." I was like, "Give me glasses, give me glasses." Like I never thought, you know, like clear vision is everything. It's everything.
got the tagline.
It's everything.
I told you the same thing. My first year covering the team, I was sitting there and I hit a reporter next to me. I go, man, is it me or are the jersey numbers getting smaller? And he's like, what? He's like, you can't see. Like I think it was Greg Steemsma or someone down the other end, and it was like big gigantic dude with a gigantic jersey, and I was just like, oh. And then I did the same thing. I went to the optometrist and I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, this is amazing.
I've been in denial. So
again, shout out to
vision
is everything.
Do people tell you how much they love your little? We run that commercial during free throws.
Everybody see it. I was in North Bend the other day having some Italian food, and this lady, older Italian woman, walked up to me, and she was pointing at me, and I was like, "Oh, what happened?" And she was like, "Vision is everything." I love that commercial. I was like, oh, I thought I did something wrong.
No, I mean the commercial's shot so it's like so cinematic too of you walking into that facility and taking free throws. No, it's a good job. Hold up that little Zenny bag. Like I don't know how people at home can get I got to find this out, but they get right.
Here it is right here. Affordable glasses.
I tell people all the time. Shout out to my optometrist, but when I got to go buy, I go buy that Zenny.
The official eyewear of the Boston Celtics.
I didn't mean to turn this into a commercial, but for Zenny, I will absolutely do that. Sam Cassell, you got much more important things to do. Thank you for taking some time
Appreciate
with us.
that.
All right, I really didn't mean to turn this into a Zenny commercial, but you know, Like, when you like something, you like something. I think the best thing you can do is if you are legitimately like a product and you can tell a friend, you got to do it. And so I have a lot of respect for the people over there. I have a lot of respect for the Boston Celtics and the craziness that they've gone through with this schedule to start the season. They'll be back on the practice floor on Wednesday. Then it's straight up to Milwaukee. So they get these little, the two added games, as we're calling them, right? So they're at Milwaukee on Thursday. They come back home. They play the Pistons on Monday. Two little challenges here. I know Milwaukee doesn't have Giannis right now, but there's still players that will stress the team up there. And then they come back, and the Pistons are going to be wanting revenge. So still, Celtics got to find a way to bottle up some of that momentum from the recent weeks and find a way to keep going and keep pressing. But as Sam said, they just got to find a way to be the harder playing team every night, and good things will happen. I love that he noted that it hasn't always been 48 minutes. I think we all know there's usually a little lull, either second quarter, third quarter, make things interesting. But 10 times in the last 12 games, they found a way to get to the finish line and probably could have even won those other two when you think about Minnesota and Brooklyn being the only ones that sort of got away. Let's see where it goes from here. Schedule gets a little bit more, gets a couple more Eastern Conference challenges coming out of this break and straight through the holiday season. So I need everybody to go subscribe, go check us out on the YouTube page. We'll be back with you on Thursday night after the Bucks game here on the Celtics Talk podcast.